Welcome to the Center Stage 1 podcast at the historic Bay Street Players Theater in downtown Eustis, Florida. Your connection to music, arts, events, and business. I am your host, Audra Montgomery, and welcome to Center Stage 1 podcast. Sally, I don't actually know your last name. This is rather embarrassing, I'm realizing now.
It's simple, Sally Green.
Sally Green, we love it. A good color name. It's beautiful. And so thank you. Thank you for joining us here today and for being here in this gorgeous old girl here we love to call. So you are directing the next play that's coming up here. So Escape to Margaritaville. So it's going to be a fun one, I think. We all love a good jukebox musical. What is your most favorite thing coming up with that?
Oh my gosh, this cast is so much fun. They are having so much fun. Our choreographer came in and she just does the most delightful things. So I think, the audience always loves those big ensemble numbers, yes. And they're just hilarious. And again, it's just the fun the cast is having is so contagious. I can't imagine anyone walking away not having an absolute great time.
Wonderful. So all singing, all dancing, all relaxing, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Given the vibes. That's beautiful. So here in town, is this your first show here directing or your first show directing in general?
My history with Bay Street is I actually came in a couple of years ago on The Miracle Worker as a performer and did a show and had a really great experience. And I've worked a lot around town with the Ritz or writing and producing my own work. So as far as directing, again, I've written and produced my own shows. I've done a lot with schools. I've directed some smaller productions. This is my first big musical, though, that they trusted me with.
No, that's exciting.
Yeah, I've leaned heavily on our music director, who's been amazing, Renee, and our choreographer, Jessica, who have just, again, doing some most beautiful, delightful things with this show. So.
Gorgeous. I mean, it really does with a musical take a village, right?
It really does.
Yeah, I cannot fall on one single human. That would just be too much. Mm-hmm, so you mentioned that you've done some writing and producing of your own things as well. When you do that, are you normally dabbling? You said this is the first big musical. Are you normally dabbling in straight plays, like monologues? Like what's the normal?
More comedy.
Okay.
1 and 2 act comedies. Currently, we have a show that we wrote and produced on the riverboat in Sanford.
Nice.
I've been running for the last 6 months. And, I think I excel in comedy as far as my interest and ability, and also just escapism, which is what this play is all about. I feel like, as we get older, we've all been have been through so much, going through so much, and to give the community an opportunity to walk away for just a couple of hours and forget all of that and go into just having a great time. And in this case, escaping to Margaritaville, where you can go on a little 2-hour cruise if you can't afford the 3-day like most of us right now, or the week long. But just that chance to get away and escape and just forget everything and enjoy the people you're with. So that's our goal with this show, and really a lot of the other shows that I'm involved in.
Beautiful. A little continuation line there of themes that you're going with. That's gorgeous. Yeah. Too fun. Well, when you are here, so you said that you are, sorry, you looked that way, I apologize. So when you are up on stage and you're getting to direct things, what has been for you, like a big takeaway personally, like what are you taking away from this experience as a director that maybe was a new experience that you haven't had with past things?
I think every experience is so different, and it's really the team that you've put together and that you're working with. I learned so much. I tell everyone day one, like there's no hierarchy in theater here. We're all equally valued and just as important. If that stagehand forgets a prop, you're going to realize how important that stagehand is. So I feel like anytime I engage with the community in general, we're all learning and growing together. And like I said, on this particular one, I am learning a ton from the musical aspect of, how the music runs and how to work all of it, and how the choreographer again is amazing. So how she incorporates so much movement and to kind of forward the plot along. So
beautiful. So
and the cast, I mean, they bring so much. I feel like you if you're open, you're learning from everybody on that you're working with. So
absolutely. Oh my goodness gracious. So many things, always learning. Is there anything that, we're always learning, we're always moving and shaking. Are there any particular things, whether from this show or things that you've done in the past, where you're like, man, if I had to give a piece of advice to either past me or someone who's trying to do this right now, what is that little piece of advice that you go, this, I wish I would have known, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, however long?
I think flexibility is key. We all come in with an idea, with strong ideas, strong opinions. We're very passionate about what we're doing, about either the role we're playing or the show we're directing or the set design. But if we can come in and just kind of let that go and be willing to embrace what's actually happening around us, what is your cast actually doing? What are they bringing to the table as opposed to what you thought they would bring to the table? What is, and I think when we can open up our mind and our ideas to what is happening around us as opposed to being stuck in the way, well, this is the way it's got to be. I just feel like the whole production process can grow and really be elevated to a much higher level.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And beyond that, I mean, did you have any mentors growing up that really kind of turned you toward the world of theater?
I think maybe many of us come into theater due to maybe not so much a mentor, but just life, and needing a safe place or an escape to to get away from all those things that you may be experiencing. So I feel like for me, it was from a very young age, that was my safe place, and that opportunity to, again, be away from everything that may be going on in life or the difficulties that you're experiencing, and get to be someone else for a little bit. So
absolutely.
And just play and go to someone else's problems. And guess what? After 2 hours, you wash your hands and then it's over, and you're not taking any of the drama home with you.
Yes, no drama. It stays on the stage. Ideally.
So yeah, I feel like it's trick-or-treating for adults every night. You get to dress up and play, and you don't get to do that anymore when you're an adult very often.
Yeah.
Unless you're into cosplay.
Which is, a valid hobby to get into for certain. So that is so fun. So fun. Was there anything else beyond just on stage here? Like, what do you hope that when folks come here, they get to take back into community? I know this is a light, a trifle of a theater experience meant to be light and airy and fun. Is there anything in the text of the show that you're really hoping people get to take home with them?
It is underlying everything. It's about loyalty and friendship with people who are broken. Like, all these characters have issues. They are not perfect, but it's how they come together, and still care and look out for each other despite these glaring, weaknesses that they may have. I was also really drawn to the script because of the female characters and how they relate. I feel like it really showed a true, strong friendship and bond, as opposed to some other shows that kind of make them more biting toward each other or competitive. So I did really love what they did with the two women, and particularly how they even blended that in musically and the duets that they have. I just feel like it's so good for us women to see that, and because that's what we should be, right? We should be working together, not working against each other.
Lifting each other up.
And that's not always the case in shows. You don't always see that written in, but I did see that written in. And again, with the men too, just that camaraderie and that friendship, even though, again, we're all broken and just have issues.
I love that. That's such a gorgeous takeaway. I do. I hope that people get to enjoy that, because you're right. There really aren't a ton of, first of all, just female characters, even one or two, so to have two and to have it be a really lovely friendship and not catty or biting or what have you. That's super nice to see. So yay. Oh, I see. I didn't even know that was going to be in this show. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. And the girls do a beautiful job presenting it. There's a female mentor in it as well, who really looks out for every strong leadership. So there's a lot of, I think, great female roles and presentation that we love to see up on stage.
Too fun.
Women coming in.
Yes. We love to see it. And it's a very selfish question in this show. Is there a strong alto?
You'll have to come see to find out. I got to leave a few things there.
That's fair. That's fair. I am asking an awful lot. Oh, my stars. So with this show coming, so when does this show actually come? That's probably an important thing to note as well. When does the show actually?
Yeah, it runs 3 full weekends in June, opens up June 5th. We even have a Thursday night performance thrown in there, but lots of opportunities to come see it. They're all going to be amazing. And that's the neat thing about live theater, right? Is every night it's a little different. Yes. So it'll never be the same show twice. So
absolutely different audience, different show.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. And are there any other fun things going on? Like, are we having any like themed bands? Are we doing any fun themed bevies, that kind of thing?
I would have to talk to the stage manager to get more of the lowdown on that. But I do believe normally opening night, they do a little something special, but,
more to come. That's right. Keep eyes out. It's keeping eyes out. Well, just in closing, I suppose, was there any other last words of advice or wisdom or encouragement for folks that would be looking to get into either community theater or, theater at school or what have you? Any sort of, words of advice or wisdom for folks looking to get into theater?
Absolutely. You're never too old. We have a girl in here who just showed up and said, I've always wanted to do this. She's got a great work ethic. She showed up. She took a lot of risk. I'm like, girl, you're in.
Yeah.
Right. And she's having a great time, and she's singing and she's dancing and she's acting and loving every minute of it. So I was so proud of her for just showing up, not knowing what to expect and knowing that other people might be more experienced. But in this show, we have young people, we have older people, we have all sorts of experience in between, people who are professional at, Universal. And again, people just walked in on the street and saw the advertisement and said, hey, why don't I give it a shot? So There's always room and there's always a place for pretty much everybody. You know?
Well, and not just acting either, I presume. So like all the other ways that one might be involved in a local theater.
Yeah, that we don't even think about, between the lighting, the background, the background work, the sound. I mean, there's so many things to get involved in, and so many needs here for the theater. And
oh gosh,
yes, and it's a wonderful team to join up with. So.
Yes, well, I know they've got a couple of new folks on board, so it's always nice to see fresh faces and fresh energy. So, and it's a pleasure to get to meet you and talk with you as well. Thank you so much for what you're doing here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Friends, thank you so much for joining us here for Center Stage 1 podcast at the historic Bay Street Players here in downtown Eustis. We look forward to seeing you again next time.